Hi guys, and welcome to Haunted Stories and Investigations. For those of you that have seen our intro, we are here at Billinge Woods. Billinge Woods, or Crow Wood as it's known, is right on the outskirts of a city in Lancashire. This wood is old. It's very, very old. There are lots of tales rumoured here. There are lots of stories, tales of trees that move on their own, tales of things that move in the dark that you can't see, strange feelings, strange mists, lights. So there's lots here. We're going to go and see what we can find just as night's falling in these woodlands. So both our phones are on airplane mode.
The battery on camera's gone down to 1 bar already.
Already?
It literally was full, and it was the only battery that was full, which is why I kept this one in. It's gone down to 1 bar straight away. I've literally filmed 1 minute 13 seconds. It's practically drained the battery.
There is energy here.
I can feel it when I come up. When I come up during the day, it almost makes you feel breathless coming up here.
It is on a hill, but it's not that much.
But I feel warm, but at the same time like shaky.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's almost like I'm shivering, but I'm not, because I'm not cold.
It's not cold at all.
It's about 15 degrees, I think it said in the car, which...
It's been steady that all day, and we've been out and about in t-shirts.
Which for here isn't that cold really. That's a hot summer's day, 15 degrees. So.
Especially up in the hills of Lancashire.
But when we came last time, this particular path coming in and out, even though it's the most open and the most lightest part, ironically seems to be the creepiest part. It just gives you a really, the only way I can describe it is a eerie, creepy feeling, almost like you're being watched from all angles as you come in.
There are lots of leaves underfoot, so just be aware of crunches. That's probably our feet.
I think anything with sound will be best judging when we're stood still, to be fair. I do. We're coming into the...
I don't remember seeing these as we came past, but I probably did.
They're not exactly new trees. It's weird. It's a weird woods because it seems to suck you in. It's almost like you lose all sense of direction and distance when you come in here.
I do.
It's I wouldn't say it's scary up to now, but it's definitely
Eerie, I think. It's very quiet. There are no power lines that I can see. There's no power sources.
And nothing on the EMF yet.
No. It's steady.
So when we came last time, which you'll see on the introduction, which I'll probably put on as a separate video because it was about 20 minutes long, where we came up during the daytime, we did find quite a big clearing with 3 really big old trees. So we're going to head towards there as a location for doing like a seance and see what we can pick up on.
I got just one single flicker.
You didn't go near my pocket, did you? Because I've got that magnet on that torch. It does. I know that does set it off when it goes too close.
Oh hold it in this hand just to be sure.
It's got the magnet on the
There's
end of
nothing on
that
me that
torch.
makes it go. Because my plane's on air.
Oh,
Good plane. My phone's on
you've got a
airplane.
plane with you? So we brought extra equipment today. Vicky's got a plane.
My phone's on airplane.
So you can see.
So quiet.
You can see. Can't quite see as far on the camera, I don't think. It might come out better on the big screen, but you can kind of get an idea from this angle just how dense it goes back. It goes a bit lighter here because it opens up, and then we go around the bend and back into the woods on the path. You've got to really keep to the path because, as you can see, the rest of it's pretty dense foliage. There's literally just brambles, and so unless you want to rip your trousers to bits and probably come across the odd snake or wendigo, something lurking in that tall grass. I put my boots on. All that there, that goes out onto a farmer's field. That's not of any interest because that's just open grassland. And see here the sign, and this is the so to speak official entrance to Billinge Wood. So let's head on inside and see what we find. Trees are attacking me already, trying to trip me up. I've just got to. It's very uneven pathing and lots of big roots from all the trees sticking up. You can see there's fallen trees and roots of trees absolutely everywhere. One of the things obviously with this woods is it's believed the trees do move and change formations and almost come alive. And when we was in here the other day during the daytime, we heard creaking like branches moving and stuff, and obviously your initial thought is that it's just rabbits or something crawling through the foliage, but
Obviously you have to be aware that
you never actually know. I think with something like that, unless you physically caught it on camera, you'd never really be able to prove one way or another, really.
I want to find that mound again and just have a little sit and
You can see there is quite wide paths, not the smoothest of paths, and they're very up and down, but it is like a woodland footpath, and also for mountain bikes as well.
and horses.
So hopefully we don't come across E.T. or anything on his mountain bike come bombing through.
Have a little snack here and just
What are you?
see what we can.
I don't know if it's just because it's dark, but I'm very wobbly. I know the footing's not the best, but I seem very wobbly on my feet coming up here in the dark. So you know, I feel the complete opposite. I feel really hot now.
I'm boiling.
Now we've come actually into the woods as such. It's like I say, it is quite surprising just how far you actually walk without realising it when you come in these woods. Before you know it, you're smack in the middle of a dense forest. As you
See if I
can see that way, it's just all ferns, and there is openings behind it, but you've got to kind of go around the path and behind it.
I'll pop perilous on and see if we get anything at all.
So Vicky's just going to pop perilous on, so if you hear anything, it's
Perilous.
most likely coming from that.
ITC Legion Perilous loaded.
You can see some broken wood here where someone's broken down this tree. It's a dead tree, so it's they've not done any harm as such, but there's
Ironically, the arrow on this is pointing to that clearing.
to where we're heading to. So the clearing's just up there.
To the right.
Can't really see it on the camera, but it's up there and over to the right. You've got to kind of go through the bushes a little bit to get through to it.
Is there anybody here?
Yapping.
Yapping.
No, we always get that. We're always yapping.
Is there anybody here that would like to talk to us? Come forward and affect one of these devices in our hands.
Malevolent.
That's a good start.
So you can see it's not overly windy.
Oh, hello. Can you do that again for me? Can you come towards us and make that flash?
I got a sudden cold feeling when you said that as well. I didn't even look at the EMF. I just got like a breeze of coldness.
Went all the way up to middle there. Does anybody here come forwards? We don't mean any harm. We're just interested to meet you.
I feel really warm, but I can feel a cold
There we go,
presence.
it's going. Thank you. Could you do that again for me if you can reach out and touch this device in my hand?
Gender.
Can you make it flash if you're male?
Oh, my left hand's gone all pins and needles.
Can you make it flash if you're female? Woman? Something else?
Just for reference for Camry, we did mention in the previous day visit, but there is a road just down the way, so if you do hear any traffic noise in the distance, it is very faint from you, and it's a lot later in the evening, so it shouldn't be too bad.
It flashed then when I asked something else. Are you human?
Are you cryptid?
Are you spirit?
Your footsteps.
Settlement.
Settlement.
Your footsteps then? No, obviously it could just be something.
Could be people.
Could be a badger, a fox, or just someone else walking through, but there were no cars where we parked up. We parked at the
Little entrance.
we parked at what would be classed as the main entrance, and there were no other cars there, so as far as we're aware there's
Down a little bit. It's a bit
no one in here.
We're getting a bit of a response then. Do you live in this forest, this woods? Is this your home? Do you mean there's harm? Whoa.
What was that?
I said, do you mean there's harm, and it flashed like heck.
I didn't even see the flash. I thought, oh, we're on about the noise. It just kind of went.
Was that you? We can hear.
Could have just been wind, but it's not overly windy.
Do you want to be left alone?
Battery's dying even more now.
Are you good?
Flash.
Yeah. Are you evil? Are you good? Yep. Oh, wow. You are so powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much for communicating with us. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. This crackling and
Look,
that
they're coming. This.
movement all around.
Intent.
Did you hear that laugh?
I can hear crackling and movement.
There's a noise over there. It was a definite like laugh, like a.
It stopped. stopped.
It's right over in the distance over that way, but there's a definite...
We don't mean any harm. Just here in peace.
We're being walked up on from all angles.
We're here in curiosity. EMF's going crazy again.
We're being surrounded by something.
Yeah, I'm not very comfortable, to be honest.
Did you live in these woods? We don't mean to annoy you or trespass. We're purely here out of curiosity. If you could communicate with us, that'd be great through one of these devices, but we don't mean you any harm. I can feel you drawing closer.
Would you rather speak to a woman?
So much energy.
I'm just drawing a bit closer.
There's so much energy swirling round. It's almost like it's all homing in.
But there is no power lines here, there's no electrical current because there's no street lights.
There is, however, an owl.
And that just said Ethan.
I think
Is that your name? Ethan?
I can't get the feeling like we should move on a bit.
You think?
Just because I feel a bit surrounded here. I need to be able to see.
Still going crazy, look.
I feel like we're being kind of ambushed if we stay stood there. Whereas I'd rather feel like a...
That was probably noise.
I kind of want to be somewhere where I feel like I can see it coming.
That's the problem with these woods, they're so enclosed.
Let's put light on and I keep stumbling everywhere.
You know? So enclosed.
Let's got the torch on while we're walking. I'm not normally one for putting torches on and lights, but on this occasion I'm going to end up on my backside if I don't. Because for some reason I can't walk straight.
Ever since you put the light on, that's quietened right down. Put the light on and... Oh, sorry. Speak too soon.
Yeah, there's like a mist.
Is that clearing?
Yeah. You're seeing that, like, mistiness. Oh, daddy long legs right in my face.
It's all around us.
Let's turn it down a little bit, just enough to see our footing. Is it just me or does it look all misty or is it just the light?
Very boggy.
Oh, it's a lot boggier than what it was the other day. It did rain a bit though, didn't it?
Is this the right place?
Yeah, that's the
That's very
truth.
enclosed.
Is it?
No.
It's a different one. I was convinced this was it. But yet there's 1, 2, 3 trees.
Yeah.
Just a lot more enclosed. But it can't be much further up. I could have sworn this bit because we came in there. It's definitely not it because it's not big enough, but...
No. Oh, God, that is really boggy.
Just my hand in front of the camera just checking the...
What's your footing?
How viney are them trees, look at them.
I know.
Almost like sticks.
This is still going mad.
It's still going. So there's me thinking we won't get EMF readings in woods, and I thought it was going crackers. But yeah, that perilous ain't saying much, is it?
No.
Oh, it's really dark.
Dan? Or Daniel? What's the name?
We didn't come this far up, that was definitely it.
Oh, we definitely did come this far up. So we went to the top where the sign is.
I remember that we could see in the distance it just dipped down. I think it is a bit further up like it's there.
There is a noise of cars in the background, very faint, so you might hear engines.
Oh, flipping heck, I just saw a man right in front of us. Wow, that was so clear.
I'm just turning the perilous off because I don't seem to be getting anything with it.
It was literally a pure black man that stood, not black as in colour of skin, like black as in like a shadow. But he was just stood right in front of that tree. I wasn't even looking through the camera, so I kind of blinked and looked up and he was there. Just stood right in front of us.
Oh, it's so dark down there now.
Nothing behind. I literally like looked up and kind of blinked, and as soon as I blink, he disappeared. It literally a bloke that stood like that with his arms by his side, right in front of this tree. I was pointing the camera that way, but it was literally a flash of an eyelid and it was gone.
I'm sweating. I'm suddenly really hot.
Just checking infrareds on and stuff, it doesn't seem to be picking much distance up on this camera. Something just touched me on the hand. And again. What is that? Probably a bug or something.
So there's moths and bugs and
I
all
think they're coming towards the light off the screen on camera as well. I don't remember coming this far up. I don't remember coming past this big bush.
I remember this because Ziggy was in and out of it. I remember this.
Let's try EMF in front of this tree. This to the left. This is where we stood. You're here with us now. Did I just see you? Come forward and touch this device in Vicky's hand. Make it flash just to show your presence. We don't mean you any harm, we're just curious as to why you would be here. The camera's just gone back in focus. It's gone crystal clear. But yeah, it was really out of focus before. That's why I was checking that it was still on. That the infrared were working and stuff. It's just suddenly gone really clear again. Although if it does go off and there is a bit of a cut, the battery is about to die. So I may have to change the battery in a couple of seconds. Little FYI for anyone that thinks we've edited it. We've not. It's just the battery will roughly about 25 minutes to half an hour the battery goes. So if you see any cuts in the film about them times, it's purely just going to be battery being swapped over.
We'll stay in exactly the same spot that it goes in.
Let's just head a bit further up, get to that clearing. As daft as it sounds, I kind of want to get to that clearing before we get too creeped out. Too creeped out and don't get that far.
There we go. Is this not it here? Because we went through the bush.
Yeah, I don't think we needed to go through the bush. I think we can get round, but
Yeah, that's how we went in, isn't it?
yeah, I think that's it. It's gotta be. It's definitely not. No, yeah.
No, because there's no clearing there. That's just ferns. Must be further up there.
Well, it appears these trees do bloody move. Because we can't find this clearing. That definitely didn't seem this far away last time. But I know things can seem
Different in the dark.
disorientated in the dark and can seem different distances.
We haven't reached the grey marker yet, so we know that.
But yet we feel like we've been walking for a lot further. But we did stop, I suppose, back there for a while.
We did. Well, that was the way marker.
That's the way marker there, isn't it? Distant distance, I don't think I can see it on camera yet.
Is it here? Can't see it here. Well, no, because that's the way marker. So that's no, it's got to be back that way.
The way marker's there,
Yeah.
on the corner.
But it wasn't this far.
How weird. That clearing that we went into seemed like it, but it was just claustrophobic, it was more tight. You'll see what we mean if you watch the footage from the video before this.
You got your light and then we can...
What
like
the
a
torch. But, right guys, so we're back. I've just changed the battery. Unfortunately I didn't notice it actually go off. But we're back rolling again now. I'll just put the night vision back on because I know it does look pretty good with just normal vision, to be fair, with torch on. Well, I'll put night vision on just in case you guys watching this video see anything in the distance that we don't spot. Night vision gives you slightly better depth perception. If I don't have the night vision on, you can literally just see us and in front of us. What is that?
There's all sorts of like noises, but
This battery's done exactly the same, straight down to one bar.
I can't remember, we are in a wood. There's going to be all sorts of critters.
I think it's the, might even be the battery symbol on this camera's not very accurate because that one still lasted roughly half an hour even though it did that. Where is this clearing? My left arm's gone tingly again like pins and needles. I'm almost convinced that we're it that we went in before, but it didn't look like it.
No, I didn't.
I don't remember coming past this big bush.
I remember coming past the boat. Oh, we're off again.
Yeah. Hello.
I didn't even notice that going off.
As you can see, the EMFs have started going freaky deaky.
So as we come back down this way,
Almost like it's trying to tell us where we need to go. It's very hard when you've got that EMF not to take your eye off it.
it is because all of a sudden you notice it.
I did it last time, I was carrying it and I forgot all about it and stopped looking at it.
Oh. It's weird because it goes on and then it just...
So let's take night vision off just so you can see at home. All our YouTube watchers, you can just see that is what I can see. And that's with the torch off. So you can see Vicky there.
EMF.
So we're in the middle of these woods now and it is absolutely pitch black.
Turn the torch off.
Now you can literally just see the light on the EMF and that is it.
That's enough dark.
Let's keep the torches on while we...
It's more for footing than anything.
Well, that's the main reason I thought to bring my head torch, as much as I don't like torches and...
Oh, I could just see glowing eyes over there. Like a deer or something, I think.
I suppose you could get them in here.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's dense enough woodlands to get deers and there's farm fields all around, isn't there? I just got a sort of sharp grab on my left shoulder. almost like a pinching on my shoulder.
Mm.
Bugs knocking about as well. Did you hear that? I'm assuming you didn't because you talked.
No.
Something came up here and it just went,
Again.
literally came up the path here. I watched. There was something just forming then just before you put your torch on it. You see like a black,
Yeah, bells.
something literally came trotting up and it just went, definitely have to play that back on video when we get back because that's twice I've heard it now. That was a lot closer. And it's both times where my arms just started feeling weird as well.
Give me a butt.
There's bells, aren't there? There's definitely a bell jingling.
I can hear bells.
Obviously I can hear a car in the distance which you'll hear on the camera. There's a definite bell chiming. Not like a church bell, like a little ding ding. Like a little
Looks like a chair.
a little ornamental bell. Or a cat bell even, it could be a cat.
Could be.
Could be a cat with a bell on its collar.
Something.
Where is that clearing?
Oh, no. I can't see it at all. That is so dense.
I know we went through a bit of foliage to cut through to it, but
Yeah, but it wasn't.
nothing, it was, you could see where it was. That's the whole reason I went through to it.
Was that just up?
That's approach. Got it again on my left shoulder. Is that running?
Yeah. My vision's suddenly gone really blurry.
Camera keeps doing the thing.
I'm not comfortable in here. Last time we came in the daylight, I was fine.
It's definitely a completely different kettle of fish in the dark, which is
Really is.
kind of what I suspected it would be, but this,
See it?
no, this is where we came in before, and we said it weren't this. But I think it is this, it just doesn't look the same. This is it. 3 trees, 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't look right. This has got to be it. Oh, did you hear that?
Like a...
This is it. No, because the 3rd tree that was over there had mushrooms and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And that one hasn't.
And it had bits hanging off it.
And you could see the fallen tree over to that side, remember? Because I filmed the fallen tree. So this isn't it. But we might have to make do with this clearing instead. Because I don't know where the other one's gone. Oh, freaking daddy long legs in my eyes.
Oh, they're just attracted to the light thing.
Well, that was just moths.
I just don't...
Look her off. Turn the light off if it's... There's a lot of little twigs under my feet that I keep stepping on. Oh, my leg. Oh. Wow. That's a sharp pain in the back of my leg.
I just feel really hot. I can smell like dirty, unwashed body. You know, like...
Oh, there's a torch coming up. You see it?
Is that a torch or a fire?
There. And up the path.
Oh, I see it. Is it a torch coming up, or is it? It looks static.
No, it's definitely moving. I can't see it on camera, but I can see it with my eyes.
Do we need to just go make ourselves known on the path?
What's that? Well, last thing we want to do is make someone jump. We won't want it happening to us.
Exactly.
It's gone.
It was orange, where's it gone now? It was definitely a light.
It was literally coming up this path. I couldn't
Oh,
see
it's
it.
there.
Is it?
It's like right in the distance now.
It was literally on this path that's round here. I couldn't see it on camera though, I could only see it with my eyes. Obviously the camera won't pick up. Oh, that's a different light, that. This
It
would.
was orange.
It was a definite white torchlight coming up this path.
I feel really disorientated.
What is that?
Someone's chewed. Oh, it's a knot that's opened up and someone's chewed round it, look.
Where's that torch? That was someone coming up the path with a torch.
We're on the only path up this direction, there's nobody here.
Well, look, I thought as soon as we came out to this path it'd be in front of us because it was that close. Because it weren't that one right in the distance, because it wouldn't have even been able to see that from the angle that we were at.
The worst thing is I don't feel like I want to stay here very long today. I don't feel.
Where's that? It's annoying me where that clearing is though. We just can't see it. Because that weren't it. Because when we went in there was a tree a big massive tree to the left that had fallen down. You what? What, the big tree? If you push it in it'll focus. Or push it out. Yeah.
Can you see?
What is it?
Can you see that? It's like a white thing. Can you see it?
I can see somewhere but I can't make out what it is.
It's like it's got a face. Ooh.
Do it again. Someone just came up at the side of me. Did you hear it come to the side of me then?
I heard you stumble. I'm more obsessed with that. Oof. Don't like that at all.
Someone walked up at the side of me even though there's a tree there. It walked up at the side of me and I kind of stepped at the side to move out way and stumbled into it. As much as I hate to admit it, it might be somewhere we need to come back with Carl and be three of us.
Yeah. I think this.
It's,
Oh, shit. I'm not happy here.
oh, we're back down now where the wood was on the path, so we've gone past. Is this it?
No.
Where is it? Where's that clearing gone? That's really annoying.
I think we need to come back up with a third person because just two of us just doesn't quite feel that we can watch all angles.
There's too many things flapping out, and I don't like that growling that's come up twice and the laughing.
If you have heard anything, folks, please let us know timestamps. This is the first investigation where Jay and myself are both dreadfully uneasy.
Is that it? No.
No, that's definitely not it.
It was literally, I remember there was a bit of fern to walk through and that was it. Freaking daddy long legs.
Yeah, I think we come back with sort of kind of maybe a few extra pods.
It's definitely creepier than I give it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to... Wasn't it that tree? Up right on side.
Okay, they're leaving you in peace.
Where did that clearing go? It was almost like that clearing was there, but it wasn't.
Yeah, like it's different trees.
I don't remember this splitting off into two paths either, either. But maybe it's this.
I do, I remember, because I went down that one.
Oh, that was a loud thump. I felt that in ground.
There is an aircraft rumbling overhead, but...
Oh, there was a boof, like a really deep...
Hey.
I felt it through the ground.
We're leaving. It's the quickest investigation in the world, but both of us are
We've been here an hour.
thoroughly creeped out. We've had some fantastic EMFs. Thank you very much.
And see, we're back at the sign, so we've completely missed that clearing wherever it was. I'm going to have to watch that other video back to see where that clearing was.
Watch your foot in here, 'cause it's really rooty.
Maybe we just do a bit more round on the path leading back down to the road. Where we feel a bit less absorbed in the woods.
Like stuff flapping around.
What about here, just at the entrance? Where we kind of got a bit more opening behind us and we know nothing can come behind us, don't we?
I don't know, that stump's just appeared. Look, where I'm shining.
Yeah, I can see it on the camera.
That was not there when we came in.
So, just to update you, I've just had to change the battery again, so apologies for that. I didn't even notice it going. So we're on the third battery now, and just been changing the battery, and just got a really strong whiff of, the only way I can describe it is rotten flesh.
Like rotten meat.
Which Vicky said she got a smell of it further in. I didn't personally, but I just got the strongest whiff of borderline sewage / rotten dead kind of smell. Really strong, and now it's gone. I can't smell it. I literally was changing the battery on the camera and just got a smell of it really strong.
So what I think we need to do is start heading down this path.
Let's head further around. I'm just going to keep heading out. I'm going to keep recording.
Film our way in and film our way out.
Always film in and out just for safety reasons, and if sure where we are and where we've gone. Oh, that looks pitch black down there now. I was wondering if it will turn my light off. If it's a bit better with just a torch. Should be alright on this path for footing. It's not as bad as the other path. Because with the way the gate's at the end of this path, it's almost like this would have been a road at one time. So cars would have come up here, and I'm assuming that corner where we've just come from would have been the car park. Because the car park would have been at the entrance, wouldn't it, where the sign is? Wow, that's pitch black behind. It's like creaking. That's what walking towards us.
I feel like tinkling again now. Must have not quite like having the bugs around because it grounds you a little bit.
Well, I've not really seen any wildlife, any animals, which I'm quite surprised at. I thought we would at least seen like a squirrel or something.
We've heard an owl. But when we bought Vicky there wasn't any squirrels because usually you'd go after them.
Well, I noticed that if you look back on our videos, we did once come here before and went in a slightly different approach and went over the wall further down. But we even mentioned on that video how we couldn't feel any presence of animals or life as such. I mean, there's bugs and there's daddy long legs everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be any wildlife as such, which is quite surprising for woods. You would kind of suspect that there'd be wildlife everywhere. Especially when we're walking around with just a torch, no light on whatsoever.
Of course they'll hear us.
What about doing something around about here, just not too far away from the car, but at the same time far enough into...
What are you thinking?
Have you still got the perilous on?
No.
You know, I'll try the spirit talking instead.
No.
Well,
Torch.
I'm just thinking where we're close enough to get back to the car, but at the same time far enough in to still do something. I've just been zipping my pockets back up. It's not dimming this light on the other setting, it's just like either lit or flashing.
Is there anybody here that would like to talk to us? Come forward. Thank you. We don't mean you any harm.
But like the EMF flashing.
Yeah. We're here in peace and respect. Joseph. Oh. Joseph. Can you make it stop if it's you? Wow. Are you related to one of us? Are you stuck here? Do you like it here, Joseph? Do you prefer Joe?
Can you flash the device if you're the person that's been following us? Are you the chap that I saw further in the woods?
Burn. Are you the reason we're hot, Joseph? If you're here, please come forward. Thank you. Thank you. Are you a male? A man? A woman? A female? Are you human? Are you not human? Wow, did you get that?
I was filming, yeah. Kind of trying to get it to show up better on camera because at night...
Are you an energy? Are you a creature? Are you a spirit? Oh, a spirit. Are you a spirit of these woods? Yes. Harriet. Are we safe here? Do you mean us harm? Would you like us to leave? To go? Are you close by?
Greta.
Are you still with us?
Flash then. Shoot flash when you moved it to the side then. Just one little flick.
Are you an animal? Elemental?
You make a noise for us.
Can you put the light on, please? That was a very... Oh, flashing again. Was that you?
That was a very loud noise behind us.
Just as we asked. Did you make that noise?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I think we need to start walking back to the car, to be honest. That was very loud.
Up there, wasn't it?
Thank you for communicating with us. We will leave you in peace now.
I mean, fair enough, it could have been an animal or something, but it's a bit coincidence how we asked for it and it just went
It's
crash.
just flashed like to say no. Are you glad that we're leaving? Yes.
It's not very good hospitality, is it?
I think we've been intruding. Do you like the quiet? Or do you protect visitors to these woods? Yes. It's like trying to warn us off, I think.
It's almost like
Yeah. Is there something in these woods we need to be afraid of? Yeah.
it's like you say, like it's deliberately trying to scare us enough just to make us leave. And
Yeah. Will you stay with us until we leave? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We're going now.
you know, you can just feel almost like you can feel the fresh air as you come out.
Thank you for staying with us and protecting us. Are you an angel? Right, yes.
I think this head torch, once charging, it seems very dim.
Yeah. You stay here. Thank you so much for communicating with us. Folks, we're going to leave it there. Whatever this is, make of it what you will. You've seen the reactions. We might come back at a later date with more of us. But for now, I think we're going to leave them in peace here. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, give us a little like. Any comments, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Take good care, folks.